This was better than the egg fried rice I usually get from the local Chinese shop. Alrighty, folks, we are back. It is the next day. We have our rice from yesterday. Give that a good shake. Let's see how that looks. That's what we want. Nice and light and fluffy. Can't really see it there, can you? It's bloody bright outside. But that looks excellent, and it still tastes good. So, the fry pan is as I left it yesterday. I just poured a little bit of oil in there in case there's any water. You don't want your, pardon me, you don't want your cast iron rusting. Now we're going to do the fried rice bit, which is actually super easy, way easier than you'd think. It's amazing so many people get it wrong. I'm probably going to get it wrong as far as you're concerned though, because this really is a personal flavour sort of thing. So the key things that I'm going for are eggs, of course, because we're doing egg fried rice. Any brand of eggs, but you want probably 1 egg per person, and then 1 extra yolk, and that really just helps bind it all together. You've then got garlic cloves. So I normally go 1 garlic clove per person, but as you can see, these ones are a little bit small, so I'm just, see ya. I'm going to go for 2 per person for this one. Next to that, you do need a bit of sesame oil. You, of course, need your soy sauce, and I've got more if I run out, that's plenty. You want shallots. Onions are great, I've got onions over there, but these are like more flavorful onions. So these can be really good in, well, any food that needs them. What I'm going to do differently though, I'm going to slice this one up, or more dice it, finely dice it. Same as the garlic. Normally I'd crush the garlic with my little Amazon garlic crusher, but I want slightly bigger chunks of garlic in there. So those will be chopped up. We've then got a bit of spring onion and a bit of chilli to chuck in it at the end. So I'm going to quickly prep that now, and then we'll actually start cooking. Won't be a tip. Alrighty, we're pretty much all good to go now. Stir the eggs up a little bit, get them whisked right in. And then what I'm going to do, you don't need to whisk them hard either, doesn't have to be homogeneous. I'm going to use some leftover bacon fat that I've got. I've already got a little bit of olive oil in there, not olive oil, grapeseed oil in there. So this is some fat left that rendered out of some bacon that I made. I'll just put that like that. We'll get this heated up first. And then once this is warmed up, essentially what the idea is going to be is we want to bring this right up till it smokes, which is the bacon fat shouldn't be too high. Once it starts smoking, because we're using cast iron and it's got a lot less, what do you call it? Thermal density, thermal mass than what, a lot more thermal mass than what a fry pan would. It means that we're going to have to turn it down very quickly. So in a fry pan or a wok, you're losing a lot of heat as you're putting things through. So you really keep the gas going hot or the induction up high or whatever you're using. And you keep losing that heat as you're cooking and to the size of it. This has a thermal mass, we've got a smaller area, so we really do need to be aware of managing our temperature a bit more. We don't want to burn it, we don't want to overcook it. We essentially just want to cook it right first time. It can take some practice. Cast iron is a little bit of a different beast, but get a cheap one, cook with it, try it out. You can't really go wrong. You just clean them and season them again if need be. So doing the fried rice in it, we will get it smoking, then we'll turn it right down. We're then going to throw in our garlic and shallots first because they'll soak up a little bit of the oil, but we also just want to bring out a little bit of those flavours before we throw everything else in. So that'll be ready in not long at all. I'm using plastic fork because you just get them for free with all sorts of stuff these days, and I've got piles of them left and I don't want them to go to waste, so use them for this and then just throw it straight in the recycling. There you go, you can see a little bit better now. We can see that is just about at that smoke point. Give it a few more seconds. Yeah, I went back and watched one of his videos, the wok hay as he calls it. There we go, that's the smoke, and we'll turn that straight down because we know that this holds a lot of heat and this is gonna, as you can see, it's gonna cook this very quickly and probably set off the smoke alarm. There we go, that's right down. So thankfully that will absorb some of the heat. Not too much, but it should bring it just down from smoking and setting off the smoke alarm. Let's see how that goes. Now, we really don't want to cook these too much. Disadvantage here that my fry pan is slightly on the wonk. However, we just want to bring out the aromatics from it, if nothing else. You can use metal, of course, because it's cast iron. I like cooking with wood. It doesn't get hot, it's not going to burn me. Again, they're more disposable. Works for me. You do what works for you. It's probably going to be about a minute. And in case I missed it before, there's 2 cloves of garlic I was doing per person, and then 1 shallot for every 2 people, essentially. Not really measuring, that's just my preferred flavours. You see those are just getting a little bit of colour on them now. It stopped smoking, so I'm going to bring this back to, sorry for getting in the way there. Bring it back to like a low medium, because the rice is going to suck a lot of heat out of it too. Now, this is where we want to throw in the egg, and this is not going to take long. We basically, that egg's going to cook very quickly in that residual heat. And we just want to mix it, and we want the egg to start coming together. Again, it's not homogeneous. We're going the reducia style here almost, where we've got homogeneity. It's got to have some different textures through it. As Wiseman says, there's a lot of texture involved here. All right, that egg is nearly together. Now we want to throw in our rice. I'm going 2 big handfuls for each person, because that's just how much we eat. I'm cooking for 2, obviously, here. And then start stirring that through straight away. You want the egg to finish cooking with that rice. So kind of adhere. You don't want to like take a big scoop and you know, all the rice falls away, all your egg falls away. You need to get them going together. There we go. We can crank this up a little bit more now. These last steps need a bit of heat. That's looking good to me. That egg is nice and loose in there. The fried rice is nice and loose. So next we have our, we'll go soy sauce actually. For soy sauce, we probably want like a tableful per person. Remember that soy sauce is quite salty. So the more salt you like, the more soy sauce you might want in there. Mix that around, that is really starting to smell good now. Now, here's a really important one for you, is that sesame seed oil. And we're just going to put in a dash of this. It can be pretty strong, so you don't want to overdo it, but that is going to bring out a bit more of that umami and that sort of Asian flavour in it. Sesame is a really, really nice flavour if it's in the right concentration. And then we're down to the last steps. We are going to MSG it. Again, judge it by how you like your flavour. I'm going for about a teaspoon per person. And then we're going to chuck in the last of these aromatics and spices. I've gone for a cayenne chili, which is get from the garden, and a bit of spring onion there. And I've gone a bit more chili. That's probably half a hot cayenne. And that's just because I like a bit of heat. And essentially, toss it all together. Now, I'm using the wooden spatch here to toss it around, because cast iron is hot and it is heavy. So you can't really give it that same wok flick that you can with this. That though is what I'm going to call done, and I'm going to call a very delicious looking fried rice. Egg fried rice with bacon fat and with a bit of heat in it. So let's serve this up, flick that off, I'll come back to you when it's on a plate. Alrighty, this is plated up now, and I don't know if that's in focus. Yep. So I'm pretty happy with how this looks and smells. If we can get a close-up one there. Yeah, that's having a hard time. This is a little bit dark there, smells delicious. It's, as I said, the first time that I've made fried rice, egg fried rice. So it could be crap, but I feel like I did everything right. I feel like it's very straightforward. Let's give this a taste and see what it's like. Oh, those excellent. Those spring onions right at the end still have some crunch in them too. The chili and the onion hasn't softened up. The egg is perfectly cooked. Fried rice is perfectly cooked. My personal taste, I could go for a little bit more soy sauce. I like it salty. The MSG really smooths all the flavours out. That umami kind of binds the heat from the chili, the smoothness from the egg, sharpness from the soy sauce all together really, really nicely. I didn't put more soy sauce in it because we're going to have this for dinner. That's why I made enough for two. This is really good though, and it's really easy. The only thing I will say, I was crapping on yesterday about reheating food and how long it could be good for. Egg's the exception to that. Egg you can reheat, it's not good for 3 days. Just be very careful with egg. This though, This was better than the egg fried rice I usually get from the local Chinese shop. Don't know if you saw that bad bit just flew out of my mouth. This is really good. And we par cooked that basmati rice, so it hasn't even broken up when I've stirred it around. We've still got whole grains of rice there, which means it's not too dry and starchy. This is probably going to reheat really well, really easily in the microwave, or just straight back in the fry pan till it's sizzling. Thanks for joining us, folks. Never talk with a mouthful of food. It's really rude, but appreciate your support for this channel and my other one, the Tinkers one, where I've recently started getting some sponsorships, playing with technology. Don't forget to like, subscribe, thumbs up, all those things. Oh yeah, that's still too hot. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, definitely let me know. I do really enjoy cooking, especially when you get results this good. That is just next level. So enjoy the start to summer or winter if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. To all my friends in Germany, I'm quite jealous. Forget what I was going to say. I'll see you next time. Oh damn, that's good.